It takes strength to not conform to societal norms or pressures. It takes strength to follow your own course in a world that constantly tells us who we should be, what we should be, who we should look like, and how we should act. It's easy to lose sight of who we truly are. Before we get into the rest of the video, I personally sell these hydrogen water bottles on Amazon. These bottles infuse regular water with hydrogen ions, which reduce inflammation in the body, reduce lactic buildup in the body after exercising, and it lowers the risk of heart disease. So if you would like to support me, the Amazon link is in my bio below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get right into the video. So we spend so much time trying to fit in, trying to meet others' expectations that we forget to embrace our uniqueness. But imagine a life where you don't have to shrink, where you can simply be yourself without apologies or fear of judgment. This is the power of embracing who you are fully and unapologetically. It's owning your individuality, it's owning your passions and even your flaws. When you embrace all parts of yourself, that's when you unlock your true power. And it's not about perfection, it's about being real. It's about stepping into your own rhythm, living life authentically, and refusing to hide what makes you different. Because that's where your greatness lies. It's not in blending in, but it's in standing out and fully owning who you are. Stop playing small and start flaunting what makes you, you. We're going to talk about embracing who you truly are, fully and unapologetically. The world tells us often from a very young age that we need to fit into certain boxes. There are rules to follow, expectations to meet, and standards to live up to. But here's the thing, when we spend all our energy trying to fit in, trying to be what others want us to be, and we lose ourselves and we end up stuck, wondering why we don't feel fulfilled, why we're exhausted, why nothing feels like it's clicking. But imagine a life where you don't have to fit in. Imagine a life where you could just be exactly who you are without feeling the need to apologize for it or hold back. That's the power of embracing your true self. And when I say true self, I mean everything. The things you're proud of, the things you've been taught to hide, the parts of you that make you different, the parts that may seem a little off to others. It's all of you, every single piece. And when you embrace that, you unlock something incredibly powerful inside of you. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. So let's break this down a bit. So we live in a world where we're constantly being told who we should be. There are these invisible scripts that we're handed from the moment that we're born. You should look like this, you should act this way, you should achieve these things by this age. And the more we try to follow these scripts, the more we begin to ignore that is not who you are. That's not what you want. You've got your own path, your own rhythm. The truth is, we were never meant to fit into those boxes. We were never meant to be these carbon copies of anyone else. There's only one of you. And it's your superpower. And that uniqueness, it's your superpower. It's your gift to the world. There's not a single person who can bring to the table what you can. So why waste time trying to be something you're not? When you start embracing who you truly are, your passions, your flaws, your ambitions, that's when you unlock freedom. When you're pretending to be someone else, you're playing small. You're dimming your light and you're holding back on what you are truly capable of. But the moment you decide to show up as you, with all of your imperfection, your originality, that's when you step into your full power. That's when you become unstoppable. It can be scary to do this though. There's a lot of pressure to conform. We're surrounded by people, influences, and even media that tell us who we should be, what we should do, and what we should look like. And when we don't measure up, we start to feel like something is wrong with us. We start comparing ourselves to others, and before you know it, we're so caught up in the idea of fitting in that we forget that being unique is what makes us stand out. It's what makes us interesting. You're not meant to blend in. You're not meant to follow the crowd. If you do that, you'll just end up like everyone else. And that's not where your greatness lies. Your greatness lies in embracing your own path, your own style, your own way of thinking. And when you do that, something magical happens. People notice, opportunities align. Your life starts to take shape in ways you never thought possible. And the best part is, it all feels so much more authentic. Now, I know it's easier said than done. We've all had those moments where we've wanted to hide or we've felt the urge to conform because we thought it would make things easier. The easiest life isn't always the most fulfilling one. The most fulfilling life comes from embracing who you are, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels like you're the only one who's different. It's your differences that make you powerful. Think about it. Every single successful person, whether it's in business, art, music, or any other field, got there by leaning into what made them different. They didn't succeed by following the crowd. They succeeded by embracing their unique perspective, their distinct voice, their own version of success. And when you start to do the same, when you start to show up as who you are, unapologetically, that's when the world begins to reflect that back to you. But let's be real, like, this takes courage. It's not always easy to be different. It's not always easy to step away from the norms, to walk away from the idea that you should be living a certain type of life. Sometimes it feels safer to hide, to shrink, to fit into the mold that's been laid out for you. But the truth is, you'll never feel truly fulfilled by doing that. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs you, the full, unfiltered version of you. So that looks like, what it truly looks like to embrace yourself is to start with letting go of the fear of judgment. Judgment from others doesn't have to control your life. It's natural to care about what people think. Everyone feels that at some point. But you've got to realize that people's opinions don't define you. And most importantly, the people who judge you for being authentic aren't the ones that you need in your life. The ones who will support you, the ones who will truly see you, are the ones who appreciate you for exactly who you are. And you'll attract those people when you stop pretending. You'll draw in the ones who are meant to be there by simply being yourself. You'll find the people who vibe with you, who love you for who you truly are. And when you embrace yourself fully, you stop feeling the need to seek validation from others. It's a huge shift. Validation is exhausting, and when you rely on it to feel good about yourself, it's like building your house on sand. It's fragile, but when you validate yourself, when you start trusting your own worth, when you realize that your value is inherent and doesn't depend on anyone else's approval, that's when your life starts to change. That's when you find a confidence that comes from within, not from external sources. But the thing is, this isn't a one-time thing. It's not like you can just decide today that you are going to embrace who you are and expect everything to magically fall into place. It's a practice. It's something you have to work on every day. You've got to remind yourself that it's okay to be different. It's okay to follow your own path. You have to trust yourself, even when your doubts creep in. And yeah, sometimes it will. Sometimes you'll have moments where you question whether it's worth it to stand out, whether it's worth it to be different. But the truth is, it is. It's worth it because you're worth it. This process of embracing yourself fully, flaunting what makes you different, is an ongoing journey. It's about choosing to show up as the best version of yourself every single day without trying to conform, without trying to change who you are to fit someone else's ideas of success. It's about owning your story, your experiences, your struggles, your victories. Every part of you is valuable. And when you accept that, you become unstoppable. And flaunting yourself doesn't mean bragging. It doesn't mean being arrogant. It simply means owning who you are and not hiding it. It means walking into every room with your head held up high, knowing that you have something to offer, knowing that your voice matters. It means sharing your ideas, your passions, your opinions without apology. And yeah, maybe some people won't get it, but that's okay. The people who need to hear you, who will appreciate you and your perspective, will find you. They'll be drawn to your authenticity, to your strength, to your willingness to stand out. Flaunting who you are means not shrinking to make other people feel comfortable. It means not second guessing yourself or downplaying your achievements. It means standing proud in your truth and letting the world see you for exactly who you are. You don't need to apologize for your existence. You don't need to dim your light to make other people feel more comfortable in the dark. You have a unique purpose in this world. No one else can do what you can do in the way you can do it. So why hide that? Why water it down? The world needs your voice, your perspective, your ideas. So stop playing small. Start embracing who you are. Step into your full power. Flaunt it. Live it. Own it. You are enough. You are more than enough. You are exactly who you're meant to be. So go ahead, embrace it fully. Let the world see you for who you are. Let them see the real, powerful version of you. It's time to stop hiding, time to stop apologizing, and time to step into your own full power. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you. You could like, subscribe, and share this video. That'd be great. And leave a positive quote in the comments because someone out there might need to read it. Thank you.